This is the Transformers from the movie Transformers Rise of the Beasts, Beast Alliance, Battle Changers, Autobot, Mirage. I picked up this figure from Toys R Us down at Vivo City in Singapore. Let's get this guy out of packaging. And here is the Battle Changer Mirage out of the box. And man, I did not enjoy this figure as much as I thought I would. In the packaging, it looks like it would be a good figure. The alt mode looks pretty terrific. The picture of the robot mode looks okay. I mean, it wasn't great from the get-go, but I thought it wasn't. I didn't think it was going to be this horrible. It has a cool weapon gimmick. Transformation wasn't as enjoyable as I thought it would be. Some decent enough amount of articulation. The sculpt obviously looks nothing like how he did in the film. Mainly because it's a more simpler figure or transformer geared for the younger demographic. I get that, but given the fact that the Optimus Prime, the Bumblebee figure, and even to a certain point the Rhinox figure were pretty good, I really didn't think this figure was going to be that disappointing. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the details of this Battle Changers Mirage. Head to toe, the figure stands at about 11.5 centimeters tall, or about 4.5 inches tall. And for size comparisons, here he is with the Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Deluxe Class Bumblebee. He's almost as tall as this figure. That is uncanny. There's not much to talk about with the figure other than the fact that there's a ton of kibble going on here. Up front, he's pretty decent. I get the fact that they tried to incorporate a lot of the car parts into the robot mode instead of like what they did with Bumblebee, having just the robot legs coming down from underneath the car. They turned some of the car bits into his legs. So I do appreciate that. I do like the fact that they've done some molding here and there. I love the fact that the quality of the plastic is actually pretty good on this figure. It's got that pearlesque sort of marbling type of glossy gray plastic that's really nice. It has a really nice sheen to it. So on paper, this figure should be a very, very good figure. But when you have him in hand, it just doesn't feel as great. And I don't know why. Because the Bumblebee figure had a ton of kibble too, and that didn't bug me as much. But this one just really bugged me. And we'll talk about the transformation. I'll show off the transformation later, but that was also the other thing that really didn't sit well with me. But yeah, when you see pictures, he looks interesting, but when you have him in hand, there's just, you see a lot of imperfections with the sculpt. And I get it. We shouldn't expect a lot from this scale and this price point of a figure, but you know, I was just really looking forward to this one, given the fact that I was really impressed with both Bumblebee and Primal. Head sculpt looks pretty good, though. Pretty interesting. It looks like he doesn't have a battle mask, which is pretty good, actually. I initially thought he'd have a battle mask, and yeah, kind of looks like how he did in the movie. Got some sculpting here and there. You got some nice paint detail. Yeah, articulation of the figure, no head there's a little bit of waist articulation because of transformation. Ball-jointed shoulders, ball-jointed hips. You got hinged knees. That's actually pretty good, considering the fact that Bumblebee did not have any knee bends. And then here's the gimmick. The left arm rotates to form his blaster, like when he was protecting Noah. And it's also interesting that you can plug in some blast effects if you wanted to. You can put the smaller one, obviously. I think this one suits better. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, but now that I look at it, the arms are a little bit too thin, and yeah, it looks like he's wearing some MC Hammer pants, and can't touch this. To transform him, go ahead and rotate the arms this way, and go ahead and rotate the legs this way. Okay, and then you're supposed to detach this bit right here. There's a hinge right there on the waist that will allow you to move the waist up so you can rotate the lower half of his body like that, which was very annoying. I mean, I tried doing it the first time. It was crazy, but there's just so much they could have remeasured this properly, and maybe I'm just not doing it properly. I'm just following the instructions. Instructions tell you to do so. It does rotate well enough, but it can be annoying, really. Not like the Bumblebee figure, that just smooth transformation. So join the legs together, and then go ahead and fold the rest of the body up like this, and then fold the head like that. Go ahead and fold the back part like that, and then all that's left really is to fold the arms. Okay. Like I said, looks great on paper, but when you actually have it, yeah. Okay, and then there's a tab right here for the right arm, and then there's this tab right here. Just tab onto that thigh over there. Yeah, so there you go. There's Mirage in his Porsche alt mode. Porsche Carrera, or was it a GT3? I think it was a Carrera. Yeah, it's okay. Decent enough amount of paint apps. Rolls very nicely, despite the mushroom peg wheels. So yeah, not super horrible getting him into car mode, but not as enjoyable. The car mode's okay, I guess. If you want a little bit of a comparison, here is Studio Series RC. Obviously, they don't scale well. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, it feels like it's just lacking just a little bit to be enjoyable, to be a really cool figure. But there's enough to, I mean, for what it's going for, what, 13 bucks, 15 bucks in the Philippines. I think this thing is going for like 17 or close to $22, something like that. Or was it close to $30? I think it's close to $30. In the Philippines, it's just so expensive. But for about 20 bucks, okay, I'll accept it. Some final thoughts on this Battle Changers Mirage. Oh man, I don't want to be mean to this figure and say it's like a horrible figure. It's a super fail, epic fail figure. It has some commendable aspects to it. So we're going to stick with our initial assessment that it's a semi-fail. But I don't think I can recommend this figure. It has a terrific gimmick with the gun on his left arm. The sculpting is actually not bad. The plastic quality and the kind of plastic they use is actually pretty good. Alt mode is actually pretty interesting. But there's just something about the robot mode that's just a little off-putting. Transformation was definitely a turn-off. Yeah, this figure's gonna get, I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this Transformers Rise of the Beasts mainline Beast Battle Changers Mirage. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.